Welcome back, guys. It's going to be game number 17 for the King of the Hill tonight. It's going to be brought to us by SE2, SEA.com. We're going to have Reflex versus Kobo. Kobo playing Terran. Is that a mistake?
I'd say so.
God.
It's alright, we're probably going to drop anyway. Oh, no, we kept in.
Race picker. Oh, wait, I'm not ref. God.
Oh no, I really hope Kobo tells him that he's Terran. Otherwise that's really unfair. Can Terran. I think that's more broken English, but it sounds like, can Terran. Some like, Bogan speak.
Oh, he's going to use the OP. See how it goes.
Build Marauders would be my advice, but yeah, we have Kobo spawning bottom left as the blue Terran, and Reflex spawning top right as the red Protoss. I believe Reflex is a Protoss from New Zealand?
Yeah, he's on the same team as Strogos.
And Kobo, I'm not sure where he's from. I have a feeling he's like Singaporean or something, but I can't confirm that. I know he's not. I'm 90% sure he's not Australian nor New Zealand. I believe he is from a Southeast Asian country.
Yeah.
But yeah, both these players. Oh, well, I know that Kobo is a pretty strong like macro Protoss user. Like I saw him play the other day, and I was pretty impressed with his play against Yunyo June on Temple, I believe it was PVT.
Oh, that's right. He was the one who knocked him out, wasn't it?
Yeah. And we've got Reflex, who's a New Zealand Protoss, so hopefully he can put up a good fight. He did actually qualify, I think, in Qualifier 4. He qualified for the Storm tournament, which if you guys don't know about that, it's going to start the round of 32 next weekend, I believe, and I think that's going to be the biggest tournament for the rest of this year for StarCraft 2 Australia, or StarCraft 2C in general. So be sure to check that out if you don't know about it. Just search Liquipedia and Storm, like search that in Google and it'll be the first page that comes up.
And I will be streaming that, but you're playing in it, I think, because you finally qualified, yeah?
Indeed, it took me 4 qualifiers, but I made it. Thank God.
Yeah. I'll probably have Paz with me on that day, so it's always good.
Ironically enough, I lost to a Cannon Rush in one of my PvPs. That's how I lost. So, yeah, Cannon Rushes seem to be my weakness both in King of the Hill and Storm.
Sorry, man. My first ladder game in like 3 weeks was losing to a Cannon Rush. I was like, just did not expect it. I'm like, oh, okay, he's proxy 2-gating me, fair enough. And then like Cannon pops up, I'm like,
Anyway, on the actual game, we have Reflex going for a Zealot before even putting his Cyber Core up. So that's a pretty early Zealot. That's kind of unusual, but he is getting Cyber Core up and everything else looks relatively standard apart from that. Yo, what's he doing? This could be a scout for a proxy, or it's to put a proxy up himself, this probe up at 12 o'clock. It looks like it was just a scout for a proxy. I don't think he's going to do any shenanigans. I thought we were going to see like a hidden DT tech or something, but it doesn't look like it. Zealot chasing out the SCV, and in the meanwhile, Kobo putting up a second barracks, and he's got the tech lab on. He's researching Stim, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for this reactor on the second barracks and does kind of this 2 racks pressure into expand build that's been probably the most popular opening on the US server for high-level Terrans. I played against Druby the other day, and he used this build. And yeah, it's pretty effective.
I know. I think I got a feeling Kobo's just winging it at the moment, man.
Yeah, you're probably right, but you got to make him sound cool.
Is there like a gap there on the side of that tech lab? I think there is. Yeah, that should be fine. Anyway, 2 racks coming out for Kobo, and then jumping back over at Reflex. He's got his second gateway down now, but he's got 2 gas geysers, 3 gates now. Wow.
4 gates. He is a New Zealand Protoss, confirmed 100%. He is from the New Zealand land. For those of you who don't get that joke, it's kind of an in-joke between us Australian guys that it seems like everyone that plays this game from New Zealand is A, Protoss, and B, 4-gate all-wins every single damn matchup. But anyway, we have a Zealot and a Stalker coming up pressure. I'm not sure if I agree with this, just because the Cybernetics call was so late. This is a move that I do myself, just because, like, if I get, like, Chrono Boost the Stalker and have the right timings, but it feels like this is too late. But it's actually, it's going to be okay, simply because of the build he's going for, the early Stim. If he went for the early concussive shells, like, you can imagine both these units would not be getting out here alive. They would just die due to the Marauder concussive shells. But it's alright, he gets it out unscathed, and Stim is now finishing, and he's producing his second Marauder. He's actually going 4 racks, Kobos. This is like a battle of the 1 base. We can see 23 SCVs versus 24 probes, and it looks like Reflex is in fact building more probes, so I think he's going to get the best of this, because I think 4-gate will have no trouble, as long as he produces enough Zealots, holding off this heavy Marauder pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Nirvana. I was gonna say I need to go like take a break from this PC or something.
So Reflex actually pushing in here. He does have... I actually like his composition of a lot of Zealots and just 2 Stalkers for the damage. Kobo, really smart move. Targets the Stalker in the back and now moving back to Kite. Oh, God, this is just so brutal.
See, it doesn't like he's gonna take out a whole heap of zealots, yeah, but like
Yeah.
each time he stims, it's gonna hurt him even more.
Well, that's it, but I don't know whether or not Reflex should have pulled his Stalkers back that early. I feel like he could have stayed and fought with his Stalkers and got a couple of free hits before he retreated. I mean, if he targets the Stalkers, the Zealots are then going to be the ones getting the free hit. But it looks like now Reflex does have a couple of Stalker Zealot. If he's going to go back on the defensive like this, I almost feel like he should cut the Stalkers and start producing Zealot Sentry.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
He's like all Marauder.
Yeah, man, like pure Marauder. That's it. I really think he needs Zealot Sentry rather than Zealot Stalker if he's going to be defensive like this. Zealot Stalker, a lot better for being aggressive. Zealot Sentry, a lot better for being... Wow, really nice force field. He can pick off those Stalkers at the top, then pull back. That's a really nice game-changing move, pretty much. Like, Kobo definitely had the momentum swing in his favour, but now he's forced to pull back with a bunch of, semi-weak Marauders from the stem. I really like that. That was a pretty clutch force field there. He only had 1 reflex, and he placed it perfectly on time to trap half his army, and at the same time, trap the right amount of army at the right point.
Yeah, I don't think Reflex knows that there's that second ramp around the back.
Around the back entrance. Yeah, well, that's his fault for not playing the greatest game on Earth. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this is the next Brood War map. If you didn't play that game, what are you thinking? Go and play it now, just for nostalgia's sake, man.
Oh my god, Void Ray.
Void Ray is going to crush this, man. He's building a Void Ray, is he? Yeah, Void Ray is about 3/4 of the way through building, and Kobo's army has 1 Marine in it at the front. There's a few Marines coming. Stim Marines actually do pretty damn well against Void Rays. It's just going to come down to the charge micro. Like, I feel like if Reflex sends it straight to his opponent's base, he's going to win. But if he attacks with it and doesn't,
Oh my god, the Zealot's going to be stuck at the back.
Oh, this is really bad. Clutch force build, actually, to protect himself in. But, oh, yeah, the Zealot's stuck at the back. I think this is all this game. I don't think Reflex realized there was a back entrance either, but... Where's these Void Rays are coming back? Yeah, the Void Ray is going to save the day, I think, as long as it charges up.
As if, man, he can snipe the Nexus.
Yeah, you're right. He's got enough units, though, to kill him if he tries to snipe the Nexus, I think.
Not a chance.
He's got 2 Void Rays, I don't know. I think he's just going to go for probes instead. Man, those are some weak-ass Marauders. They have stemmed way too much.
Yeah.
Ooh, lots of probes going down. He's down to 12 probes. I think this is pretty much GG, despite the Void Rays. At this point, Kobo can pretty much just pump Marines and win it from here on out.
He's got 7 probes against, like, a saturated base. Nice. Yeah, Reflex definitely didn't see that. And he's got a factory coming now. But he's just pumping Marines. Like, all Marine.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, he know that he just killed, like, the majority of his probes, so...
Well,
I don't really see him losing from here. He can pretty much just expand and pump Marines, and he's fine. He has 10 Marines, which is easily enough to deal with these 2 uncharged Void Rays. Especially with Stim. Oh my god, go out. Don't let it charge. Don't let it charge. Oh, smart move there, cancelling the command center. Yeah, so he's trying to charge on his own Stalker here, which is kind of interesting.
Better than nothing. Oh, he snaps it, though.
Yeah, the Stim Marines are just too strong, man. Like, look how fast they carve through those Zealots. It's like butter. He needs to attack, because he can't afford to waste this Stim. Like, he needs to kill all the units while he has Stim. He can't afford to run back, then Stim again later up.
No, but he's only got 1 Void Ray left now. It's game over. And he's got Marauders in the main base as well. Wow, he wins as an off race.
That's got to be GG for sure.
Oops, GG. Oh, great. Wins
so
as the off race.
That's going to be the last game.